vortex, I just let out a massive fart and it stinks. I kind of wish that y'all heard it. But you were in there and I was over here. You're so stupid. You could open the window to let some of that nasty flatulence out. I could. Oh my goodness. Was it raining? It is raining now. Oh my god! I thought of something really stupid. Okay, do you guys want to hear the stupid thing that I just thought of? Do you want to hear it? Are you sure? Are you positive? Only fools are positive, Amy. Thank you! Thank you, Fern and Gully. That's true. Only fools are positive, so it takes a lot to be positive, right, folks? It takes a lot to be positive. For me, anyway. And not just because it's foolish, but, you know, like depression and all that other made up shit. I don't think that depression's like made up, but I do think that it's like, it's one of those things where because it's like overly diagnosed, it's gonna be overly medicated. You know, and this is just, I feel like this is obvious shit. But I've said this before, I'll say it again. You should drink every time I say that. I think you're anticipating like people watching this channel so much that they develop drinking games involving it. Which I think that you're putting yourself on a very high pedestal, dearie. I think that there are very few that actually give that much of a fuck. I just saw this like fat elderly bitch walking her dog. It was really cute. She had a cane. I can't wait to get that old that like all I have are animals. Like all my friends are dead. There's nothing else for me to do but just take care of my dogs and cats, you know? But anyway, what were you thinking? What were you thinking that was dumb? Okay, so, you know, people say, oh my God, or they say, oh my goodness. Well, I was thinking, what if people say, oh my goodness? You know how, like, there's all different words to, like, say instead of saying curse words, you know? Like, whenever I'm around kids, I have to, like, kids and elderly people. So censorship is possible for me. It's just, why bother? Why bother with adults that should be able to handle, you know, being misgendered? But, when I'm around the elderly and children, I try not to say words that I would say to millennials. The thing is, I don't think that like elderly people would like give anywhere near as much of a fuck. Like, that's what's funny about it, is like, if you say the wrong thing around a millennial, they'll act like you're just a fucking horrible, horrible person. They'll get really offended. Is that me? No, she was honking at somebody else. I think she was honking at somebody that was going the other direction because she knew him or some shit. Okay. Thought it wasn't me, because I'm like, what did I do? I usually know what I did, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes other people have to tell me with their horn. But, at least it wasn't about me this time, folks. I don't fail every day. Okay, no, but millennials, they do, it's like they freak out if you just say like one little thing that's politically incorrect. If you curse around an old person, like, they might get mad about it, or they might smack you. Personally, I'd rather get smacked upside the head than get that pouty face in the fucking speech from a millennial. Much rather get smacked. In fact, you can whoop my ass. You just take the belt out and everything. That's fine. Man, much rather have that happen than, you know, listen to like some sort of diatribe by a very well-meaning PC pansy. But very well-meaning, I'm sure. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh my god, oh my goodness. Yeah, so oh my goodness, I feel like that's like the replacement for like oh my god. So instead of saying oh my god, you don't want to offend anybody, because like a lot of people think that just saying oh my god is offensive. Like they think that that's blasphemy. I mean, I can understand why people think that saying god damn it is blasphemy, but if you're just making an exclamation, I guess it just depends on the context though. It depends on how you're using it, you know, which is why I don't think that God gets offended, because like if you're taking his name in vain but you're not, I don't know, I think that God is a lot stronger than you want to make him out to be. He's fucking God. You know? There's a lot of stuff that people say doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh my god, oh my goodness. Oh my godless. That's what I was thinking of that was really stupid. But some people might think that's clever, but most people wouldn't, because they wouldn't understand it. But I'll be honest though, most of the stuff that I say, it's like only I understand it. And that's why I'd much rather do this comedy show for me and God. You know? Because it's like, we get it. No explanation required. But it is kind of cool when you can explain shit though. And especially when you can make that explanation funny as well. Okay, so I asked God to help me not talk about politics this entire video. Mainly because I'm just sick of it. I mean, I haven't watched the Democratic debates yet. I'm actually looking forward to it. The last one that I watched, I cleaned my house and I did laundry, and whenever I watch anything political, I have to be doing other stuff. Like, I can't just watch something political because it depresses me so much. So I make sure that it's like the background of something else. Like, and also like what I've discussed before involving my obvious attention deficit disorder. Like, it's hard for me to pay attention to stuff. And so if I give myself a fuck ton of stuff to do, I'm more likely to get shit done. So, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, never mind. Dude, there was like, okay, there was a cop. It looked like he was an undercover cop, but they're just changing somebody's tire. All right, see? Serving and protected. Doing what they're supposed to do. Yay! Yay! Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. Yay! Sorry, I had to take a while. Yay! Serving and protecting! That's what the government's supposed to do. Yay! Every once in a while they get it right. Yay! You know, I'm sure that they get it right more than they get it wrong. See, I think I can talk about stuff that is political as long as I don't talk about this president, because and a lot of other stuff that's annoying, Like I think that especially with comedy, there's a way to talk about things that you can get people to pay attention, and you can get people to be more what's the word? Receptive to what you have to say, because if you just like go on stage and you talk about shit in the same way that everybody else is talking about it, it doesn't matter like what your political beliefs are. Like even if people agree with you, like they might chant or they might clap or whatever the fuck, but they're not really paying attention, They're just doing that because it's sort of like what's the word? Like I think you know where I'm getting at. But it's sort of like when you do something and you're not really paying attention, but you just automatically do it, So like if you hear somebody say, fuck this president, and then, you hear that and it just like resonates with you. You're like, yeah, fuck this president, and then you clap, but you're not actually paying attention. It's just like you're used to it. There's a word. I know there's a word that perfectly describes what I'm talking about. Well, you could say it's involuntary. It's involuntary. Well, it is voluntary, but it's involuntary. You're not thinking about it. I know that you know the word I'm talking about, vortex. I know you're a lot smarter than me. You are. Because you're infinite. You're infinite too. Your soul is infinite. It is. So every once in a while you get like a really amazing banana, and it'll make you take back your previous statements about bananas and how they're all grody. But let's see. This banana's not one of them though, unfortunately. No offense. I mean, I'm still eating it, right? I'm still gonna appreciate the potassium. The potassium. What is the word? This is killing me. This is fucking killing me. I hate you. I fucking hate you. You are a piece of shit. Okay, so the lane just ended, and this motherfucker just like got in front of me. Fuck that piece of shit. Maybe the word will come to you now. Because you're mad. I'm not really mad. I don't really get mad on the road. I just get annoyed. Like, it takes a lot for me to get angry, Like, I was thinking about the number of people that I've yelled at in my life, and I could count that number on, like, one hand. Because I really don't like to raise my voice. Because I don't like being yelled at, so why the fuck would I yell at other people? I mean, I raise my voice because I work at 2 restaurants. Now, the pizza place is really fucking lax compared to Steak and Shake, but at Steak and Shake, I learned how to stick up for myself. And I guess that's why I'm so attached to the place. And also because everybody I work with is black or Mexican. So you have to have the mouth of a black person and the work ethic of a Mexican to be able to last in this place. Like, you have to be able to hold your own, tell people like it is, stick up for yourself. That's black. But you also have to work really fast and be able to work with other people. And just have a great sense of humor. Now, I mean that's definitely Mexican. I mean, Mexicans, like, I fucking love working with Mexicans, and not just because, like, oh, they work so hard, because that's easy to say that, but it's like, I love it when people can work as a team, but they could also work by themselves. Like, they don't freak out when it gets busy, Nobody that I work with freaks out when it gets busy, except for that white boy that just quit. Now I was thinking about this last night, and I prayed for him, because he's one of those people that'll never get it right. And I feel sorry for him in a way, because of course the schadenfreud's there. Of course it's like, haha, If you go to another job, you're gonna fail there. You go to another job, you're gonna fail there. Your marriage is gonna fall apart. You're gonna be a horrible father. All this shit. Because it's not typically just one thing, you know? But that's why I feel bad for him, because like he just doesn't have awareness. Like he'll never figure it out. He'll never figure out why he fails. He'll never figure out why people don't like him and why he's so hard to work with. He'll always think it's somebody else's fault. And like I don't really feel good when other people fail. Like there's that ha ha ha, yeah, it serves you right for like about 30 seconds, possibly maybe a minute and a half. And then I feel really bad about it. And I'm like, you know, he's just gonna keep failing. And he's gonna keep inconveniencing other people in the process and never take responsibility for it. And he's gonna be the most negatively impacted by this shit, you know? So I just prayed that he would do well at his other job. Because who knows, he might, you know? But what's funny about it is that there was this other bar that's like right across the street from Steak and Shake where he used to work. And like one of my former managers came into Steak and Shake one night. I don't know if I've already told you this, but sorry if you've already heard it. He came in one night and he saw this dude working, and he was like, so how's he doing? How's he doing at this job? And I was like, oh, everybody hates him. And he was like, oh yeah, well everybody hated him over there too. Yeah. So it's like, it's a trend, you know? Oh my God, I just saw this bolt of lightning. Maybe God is mad at what I just said. Yes, he's mad because you're making judgments. I'm sorry, God. I can't help it. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. No, but I do take pity on people that I feel like they'll just never get it right. Because they're not blessed with the self-awareness. I didn't look at it as a blessing for a long time, let me tell you. It was fucking horrible. But I guess it was self-awareness that got me to quit drinking so early. Because a lot of people don't understand how I quit drinking, like in my 20s. Like your 20s is when you're supposed to screw everything up. But like, it was just so obvious to me that I couldn't handle my shit. It was like, why would I keep doing something that I can't handle? I mean, I already did it enough. Considering all the horrible shit that ensued whenever I drank alcohol, I mean, it's embarrassing that it took me that long to quit. But a lot of people would look at it and be like, wow, the fact that you got sober at 25 is very impressive. I'm like, well, I got sober at 20 originally. But I'm really glad I relapsed because it taught me a lot. What did I say? I'm powerless over a lot of stuff, you guys. I mean, I think the reason why so many people are angry and the reason why so many people are like voting the way that they're voting, or they're taking on certain issues the way that they're taking them on, especially in regards to the environment, is they're trying to fix everything, you know? And they want to believe like, oh, some policy's going to fix it. Personally, I think that we've screwed up this planet so fucking bad that there's nothing that we can do to change the planet's mind about us, you know? Oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys. I just realized that you were shaking quite a bit. You're shaking more than Robert Mueller. This is impressive. Hey, that was well timed. That was well timed, okay? You would have thought that he had a hangover or some shit, the way he was behaving. That was my thought. I was like, dude, maybe he got annihilated the night before. Not really a possibility. Especially considering the fact that most Democrats have a drinking problem. So, I think that a lot of people, and not to say that conservatives don't have a drinking problem too, I'm sure. I think that people that have a certain mindset, and I don't mean Republican or Democrat, but there's a particular mindset that people have, and you can have this mindset being on either side, where you just, you know, take responsibility for yourself. And people that do that, you know, are more likely to have the self-awareness required to either be able to control their drinking, or, you know, realize that they have a problem and quit. So I'm lucky for that. For a long time I was mad at God about that shit, because I was like, man, I really want to be able to just fuck on my life and not give a fuck. You know, just blame everything on everybody else. It'd be so much easier. And, you know, for a long time I did blame my dad for a lot of my shit. But then I realized that that wasn't very constructive, and it wasn't helping me to do that. Like, and he didn't change. Like, there's nothing I can say or do to change that man. So I had to change myself. And now I don't give a fuck. Because it's like, he did the best he could with what he had. And I think for a lot of people that's just not good enough. Like, it sounds like an excuse to them. Okay, so you can't not talk about it. All right, so Ronald Reagan. You guys know I don't like Ronald Reagan, right? You know, the only reason that they're doing this shit is because Trump has the same campaign slogan. So they're going to use this as like a way to be like, look, he's basing all of his policies around Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was an obvious racist, so of course this president's an obvious racist. So, like, you know, that's why they're doing it. I'm sure that they had access to that tape for a long time, you know, because they always have access to stuff for a long time, and then it's released at like just the right time in order to like make some sort of impact, especially if there's like an upcoming election. But yeah, you can just like look at his like dog whistling and you know, the war on drugs and the CIA inventing crack. You know, you could look at all that and be like, yeah, he's probably a racist. I can't believe that this stuff like goes up and over people's heads, you guys. And I think, you know, what it is like people want to believe what they want to believe about somebody. And if you really want there to be like hope, like I think that's this idea with environmentalism, and that's why like this idea that we can save the environment just won't fucking die. It's like, just like, you know, people keep popping pills because they think that it's going to fix them. It's like, people just can't accept that things are fucked up. They can't accept that, you know, there's no hero. There's no fucking hero. There's nobody that's going to save us, which is why, like, religion is so important, you know, for a lot of people. It's just like they have this idea of Jesus Christ, and like that is something that, you know, keeps them balanced or whatever the fuck. I might not be able to get out, you guys. It might not happen today. Just kidding. I was able to get out. Yay, thank you, Lord. I know it was all you. Oh, shit. cop did bust somebody over the gas station. Well, just expect them to be over at Steak and Shake tonight. No, every single Friday and Saturday night, there are always cops. I swear it's motherfucking entrapment. Because they know how many people are fucking drunk that come through that drive-thru. I mean, personally, if they want to catch people doing that, I don't give a fuck. Because those are people that are fucking nuisance. They're a fucking nuisance and they're assholes. And they think that they can say whatever the fuck they want to somebody because, oh, they work in food service. So that means they're a piece of shit. Like, no, you're a piece of shit. You're fucking driving around completely trashed and ordering shitty ass food from a drive-thru at like 1:30 in the morning. Like, you're the fucking piece of shit. And you're treating me like crap. It's like, I'm really nice to people. I am. No matter what my demeanor seems like right now. And by nice, I mean I'm not mean. I don't go out of my way to be mean to people. Like I said, I haven't yelled at that many people. Like, I yelled at my last roommate because I thought that she and her boyfriend had sex in my bed when they were drunk. And when I confronted her about this, she just laughed at me. This is what caused me to throw my previous flip phone at the wall 5 fucking times to create dents in the wall. Because that's how I deal with my anger. Very mature, I know. But like when I get mad, I throw shit. It takes a while. It takes a while for me to get to that point, though. Especially when it comes to like other people. You know, I get mad at myself like that. Like the other night when I was looking for. What the fuck are you doing? Just fucking turn. That's all you have to do. Is just turn your fucking vehicle. What the fuck, man? Oh, God. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. I swear to God, like, the majority of people that come into this parking lot are retarded. They're Americans. Yep. That is true, though. That is true. I know that that sounds mean, but it's true. It's very, very true. They're fat, disgusting, whiny Americans. They get mad because they have to wait in line, and they stare at you dumbfoundedly, even though you're the only motherfucker in the kitchen. Don't you love that? Like, see, we don't have a host. We don't have somebody that, like, stands up at the register to, like, take people's money. And that's how it works. Like, where you have to pay the person at the register. And a lot of times, we don't have one of those people. So, the servers have to take care of it. And if the servers have a bunch of other shit that they're doing, then, you know, they can't take care of it. But these people will just fucking look at you and they're just so stupid. Like, this is why there's such a negative opinion about Americans. I'm just gonna put that back where it was. This is why there's such a negative opinion about Americans, because the staring problem that so many Americans have. Where are my shoes? Where are my shoes? You have shoes, I promise. I promise they're here. Right there, baby. Look at these nasty ass shoes. But yeah, like, it's just like so many people, they just expect shit, you know? Like when they go out to eat, they expect people to treat them a certain way. I'm like, you realize that you're eating at Steak and Shake, right? You realize this is like pretty much like a truck stop diner. It's like, the reason why I say you have to be crazy to work here is because it's like, we used to be 24 hours, but I think that's the main reason. But it's just, it is like the kind of people that come in here, the kind of business that we do. It's like, there's like a drive-through, so it makes it seem like it's fast food, right? But it's not fast food. And then, you know, we have like a full like dine-in restaurant. So there's a drive-through and there's a dine-in restaurant. Now I know a lot of places like offer drive-throughs now. Personally, I think that the drive-through service is like one of the worst inventions ever. If I could like resurrect that motherfucker and from their grave and beat the living hell out of them, I would. I really would. But I don't know where their grave's at, unfortunately. You could tell me, Vortex. You're, like I said, you're a lot smarter than me. I'm sure you know this information. But have a lot of bow ties. It's funny, they're actually charging for bow ties and aprons. I'm like, dude, I have literally like boxes of this shit. These are like the flimsy ass piece of shit aprons that we have now, but these are the ones that we used to have. They were so much better. They're so much sturdier. You can just tell by the fabric. This is better fabric. Well, like, Steak and Shake just keeps reducing the value of their products. Like, for example, we have these cookies like now, and I think they're trying to compete with Wendy's because Wendy's had like a 4-for-4 deal. I mean, they still do. But now Steak and Shake has a 4-for-4 deal. I don't know why I'm looking around like people are like watching me, but who knows, they might be. But like, yeah, now we have a 4-for-4 deal that includes like a burger, fries, an additional side. I think it includes a drink. I should know this, but I'm not in the drive-thru anymore, thank God. But yeah, so like, what was I talking about? 4-for-4 cookies. Yeah, so it would come with a cookie, and they kept downgrading their products. So we used to have way better cookies than the cookies that we have now. They've downgraded like 3 separate times. Like when I was making cookies yesterday because we ran out, like literally the label on the box said value zone. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, I bought this nail file to try to stop biting my nails. And just let you know, this is what rhinotelexomania looks like. This is how ugly it is, okay? That's blood from my nose. And I swallowed blood last night and I ended up getting sick because of this shit. So it's a very serious problem that I'm trying to address, and the way I'm trying to address it is by talking about it, because you're only as sick as your secrets, right? I believe I've mentioned this. Admitting you have a problem is the first step. My life is unmanageable when I try to manage it. That's why I trust God. Good night.